First of all, we have an update in the game, and they update as well the car. So we have little updates in terms of looking in the livery, and let's say the biggest, changes in the looking of the car. It's in this kind of. I don't know how can I zoom this with R2. With this, we have this new red line that is along to that white line. In the previous versions of the car, this line was in white, and now they added this kind of red line that come across the whole car, and in my opinion make it even more beautiful, this car. This red line now is in the car as in the real life car. Sponsors are, I think, more or less the same, but I realized also they added this kind of blue. Let me check if I can show you this kind of blue white line in the end of the front wing, and also in the cover wheels. This kind of let me say if I can show you maybe in this perspective. It's very difficult to see from there, but here at the front wing, let me see if I can show you a bit more. It's difficult. Well, they added this kind of blue lines and white lines in the front wing, as you can see there. At the front end, there is like lines as well that make it also more nice, the car. Also in the cover wheels, it's kind of lines on blue and white. You can see in the cover wheel much visible. And one interesting sponsor that is added to the cockpit that probably will be super visible from now, especially from my perspective that I drive in the cockpit view. And it's, let me see if I can show you behind the steering wheel. No, in this perspective is not possible. I will show you in this okay, here. Let me show you. There is a sponsor Atlassian. The title sponsor now is in the cockpit at behind the wheel. Let me wait for it. This is the red lines you can see there. The red white line that is new. I think sponsors, they are the same. I don't know if Fan Capital maybe is new. Let me wait for it. You have to pay attention. Behind the wheel, that will be shown soon. Now, look at that. Behind the steering wheel, there is a sponsor, Atlassian, the title sponsor right now, and Williams Racing. You can see written there. And this is new. Probably this is a sponsor we will see a lot of now, because it will be just along to my steering wheel. So now it's time for the Spanish Grand Prix, guys. This is the weekend panel, and as always, let's check everything we need before the practice one starts in 44 minutes. And before to start, another update for this weekend that is in my helmet. And as you can see here, I have a special helmet, the same design with the same sponsors, but with the Spanish flag colors, yellow and red, representing that obviously this weekend I'm racing at home. After this Grand Prix, I will come back to my usual design, but it's another good touch to try to, celebrate this special event for me with the Spanish color flags. Apart from that, we have the Spanish Grand Prix. We have not planned any update. So we have message as well from Elena. It's telling me, hello Danny, we are currently tracking nicely towards our contract target. It's all smiles from myself and the team. Your current progress has been attached to this email, so feel free to take a look. Let's see how far you can push your performances this season, Elena. Well, as you can see, we are in 17. Target is 75. And I think it's really possible, guys. Really possible. We only have completed the first, let's say, the first quarter. Not quarter, but only the first 8 races of 24. And we started, I think, in 65, and we gained 5 points. So in this progression, in round 16, we can be on target. So that's very nice, as you can see here. I don't know what it means, the bottom line. I think the middle line is my progression, and the bottom line, I'm not sure what it is. Probably this recognition, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, driving rating rival. Hi Danny, you are really showing Isaac higher, who is the informed driver. You are stamping down your authority in almost all areas. Keep this up and your current rivalry will only be going one way, yours. Well, I thought I won the rivalry because I thought I had to achieve 70 to win, but as you can see in the panel, it's not 70 what we need, it's 71. So, okay, we need to achieve one more points in the rating, so let's do it. It's looking good. And another, a third message, hi Danny, early days, that's 50 drivers championship points in the back. Keep it up, the great work. Yes, this is something we achieved after Monaco. An accolade that gives us a lot of points for the ratings. So that's nice, very nice. To achieve 50 points, guys, in only 8 races. This is unbelievable. I'm super happy for that. And let's go to specialists. This weekend we have this specialist available. Manufacturer perk that we reach level 1 actually. So we have one perk active, the failure chance reduced by 10%. Let's see if it works, because we are having a lot of bad luck this season with the upgrades. Most of them are failing in the first try. Goals for this weekend: complete 4 laps using at least 2 different engine components during a race weekend. That's possible because this is something I do. Complete 2 sessions without damaging. I don't know how to pronounce this word every time I find it. Damaging your car. I will use this one. Wind tunnel. Only we need 250 points more to reach level 1 and unlock the perk 1. Goals available: complete a lap using at least 2 different car setups. Very possible. Overtake 5 cars out on track in the race. Back markers not included. Let's go hard. Let's go for this one. Power unit consultant not available. Material fabrication planner. We need only 300 points more. Goals: complete 5 laps in practice sessions, easy, or complete 5 laps without any penalties or warning during a race weekend. Let's go for the easiest one to try to reach level 1. And quality assurance tester not available, shame. And strategy analyst, we need also 300 points more. This is very important, to increase the points rewards in practice programs by 30%. That's very important perk, so let's go for it. Earn 5 championship points during the race weekend. This is not easy. Complete 1 practice program during a race weekend. So let's put this one. Let's set as a primary or specialist this one, because I really want to achieve the perk that is very interesting, to get more points every weekend for developing the car. In driver details, we talked about the contract before, so yeah, we are on the target to reach 75. Accolades, finally we achieved one, the championship points. Now for tier 2 we need 500. That's not possible, obviously. We can complete the top 10 finishes, obviously. I think is the next target I want to beat, the top 10 finishes. We have 5 of 10. I think it's the only possible, because the top 5 qualifying we have 4 as well, but maybe it's possible, depends. And podium finishes, obviously I have 1, but obviously I will not get 10 podiums with Williams this season, so probably this one is possible. Let's fight for it. Let's try to finish on points the next of the races. Rivals, as you can see, with Albon after Monaco Grand Prix, we beat Albon in every area, so we start to breathe a bit after 2 bad weekends. Championship points 55-4, massive difference. Qualifying result 7-1. Podium finishes 1-0. Highest qualifying position, now I have a pole, so he only can equal me in this regard. And race result 6-2. Best finish position, I have a podium and Alex 9th place. So it's looking very good. I don't think he can beat me. Probably, maybe in qualifying race results is the best thing he can try to equalize me. But I think maybe in championship points, who knows? But in highest qualifying position, I think he will not get poles. I don't think he will get a podium. Maybe, who knows? But I think these two, best finishing position, highest qualifying position, and podium finishes, I think, are very secure. But who knows? And the driver rating rivalry, as you can see, I'm very happy with the result. But we still needed 1 point more, 71. So yeah, we have to fight for it, and let's keep pushing for that. I have no championship rivalry. I don't know how I can achieve or active a championship rivalry. I would like to know, especially to fight with Antonelli for that Mercedes seat for F126. But I don't know how it works. Obviously, the graphics, the ratings and the experience has increased massively because we achieved the accolade of 50 points in a season. That's why I gained so much points in experience. We gained 4 points in the ratings. Then the yellow line, the racecraft, that is the blue line, was obviously I lose some points. Hi, how are you? Dikau or BJ Dikau. Welcome. The racecraft points are a bit lower because I lost 5 places from pole in Monaco to 6th place. That's why. The orange line awareness is increased because I had no penalties, no clean weekend, no damage in my car, very clean. The pace is a green line. I get pole, so obviously I had a lot of points for that. And the focus that reflects foreign qualifying and race results versus taking vehicle performance into account. Obviously, I overperforms the expectations of my team. We have the 6th fastest car. My natural position will be something like 11, 12, and I finished first in qualifying and 6th in race. That's why I increased the focus. This is rating comparisons, and move on to the R&D. Let's see what we can do this weekend. That maybe is not too much. We only have 436 points. In progress, actually, we have aerodynamics over wheel winglets from myself and the MUH improved materials. And from Albon, we have MUH improved materials. But these upgrades, all of them will be developed in Monday, 2nd June. That is after the Spanish Grand Prix. So that means that after this Grand Prix, we have not these upgrades available. We are now 5th fastest in 06. We are ahead of Aston. But let's see if we can add some upgrade more to this list. Oh, yes, I forget that. We have an upgrade for this weekend. The Venturi tunnels. Yes, I forget that. This is the upgrade we have for this weekend. And we unlock the rear wing upper flap. Let's see if we have more upgrades. No, only that, but at least we have something. With the points we have, we cannot do too much. Obviously, now we can develop maybe... No, we have no points for this. That is the new upgrade we achieve. We have no points enough. This is in development from myself, but this is not available until Canada. And then in chassis, we can develop the monocoque structure, but we have no points enough, unfortunately, as well. And the rest is not unlocked. In powertrain, this is something we can improve. That is very cheap. Look at the difference in price. Only 123 points. The ignition system, I think is developing Albon, so... Or not. I don't know. No, I think we can develop. Anyway. And also... No, there is nothing left. Only we can develop this. And in durability, I'm not very interested because we have a very good shape. Only I'm interested in to improve this. But it's not available. It's not available. We need to first develop the MU... I think the NUH or what? I don't remember now. No, sorry. What we are developing now, actually. I don't remember. We are developing something here. What is the... sorry, this. Exactly, this is what we need to develop to unlock the energy store improved materials. Why I want to improve the energy store improved materials? Why? Because, as you know, in the vehicle condition for this season we only have 2 energy stores, and the first one now is in 59%. That means if I use this first unit, I will lose energy in the car. I will not have the full battery available. That's why I'm using the second unit that is in 8%. That's why I want to improve the durability, to try to avoid to put a third one and to suffer a grid penalty in some point. It will be difficult, but if we improve the durability, we have chances, to save this energy store until the end of the season. So that's why I'm very interested in to improve. So let's see if we can unload this car and to start to developing this. But this is the only thing we can improve this weekend. So let's go for it. Basically, because it's very cheap, we have not to spend too much points on it. Let's rush. Let's try to get this upgrade before Canada. So let's go for it. And this is the only thing we can do. And as you can see in the graph, that if we develop this, we will be ahead of everyone in this department in powertrain. So that should be cool. I don't know if it's a major upgrade. Yes, it's a major upgrade. So if we get this before Canada, that is probably a track where we need a lot of a good engine. It will be very nice. So in that regard, in this department is everything done this weekend. So let's see, finger crossed that all these upgrades we have in mind or preparing, Alex and me, works before Canada, because in Canada we can do a massive step forward, and it's a track that is suited for our car very well. So in Canada we can have a very good weekend. Vehicle, as we saw before, as you know, since the last races, I'm improving. I'm starting to be Hideaway Bruno. I'm starting to be very, very conservative and try to save part of the engine. So for practice sessions, I will use the first combustion engine. Also, I will use, the heat I will maintain the second, because we are in a very good shape. We have 4 for the fall season. The energy store, obviously, I will need to use this first unit, because the second one I need to save it. The turbo, I will use the first unit as well, and the gearbox we have unlimited gearboxes, so I will use a new one. And then in qualifying, I will use the second engine, the second energy store, and the second turbo, guys. So, tire allocation, very important. This weekend, we have the hardest selection. As you know, if you follow my streams and my career mode, especially last year, I'm not a big fan of the C1. That is a very hard tire, the hardest one possible. So I had very bad experiences with this C1 tire. Here the red tire is the C3, that is a very good tire as well. So I think for this weekend I will try to maximize the medium and the soft tires, So in that regard, I will try to find a strategy where I have 2 sets of mediums for race. I think the medium tire will be the best one for this weekend. So the balanced tire allocation is the only one that gives me 2 sets of medium tires for race, and this is the tire allocation I will use. In that regard, we have now 2 sets of mediums that I think will be a very important tire for race day. So in that regard also, problem is we have 1 soft tire less for qualifying, but we can take that risk. And I think it's the best selection possible for this weekend. Finally, before to go to the Grand Prix panel, we have the standings. In the standings, after the Monaco Grand Prix, we achieved 6 points more. That means we are ahead again of Lewis Hamilton, something that is incredible. And we extend the gap with Antonelli. Remember that my target this season is to finish ahead of Antonelli in P8. I think it's possible, but I'm sure at some point of the season, Antonelli will, improve and he will get great results. So we need to with a good advantage. Max Verstappen is still leading by a good margin. Even you lose points with Piastri, for example, that finished 4th, and Verstappen finished 5th, but the gap is still being very high. It's 56 points with Piastri, 55 points with Lando Norris. It's not decisive, but it's a good margin still. Russell with the podium is in 98 points, 4th place, and Tsunoda with the race win now is in 86, so Tsunoda is doing a very good season. Charles also finished 2nd, big points for him, 84. And then is me, then is Hamilton, that at some point he will pass me soon in the standings. Antonelli in 29, and then is Ocon and Alonso with 19 points. Gasly 10, Lawson 5 points, and there's Alex with 4 points in 14th place. Bortoleto that achieved, I think, the first points of the season in Monaco, 2 points, ahead of Lance Stroll with only 1. And Hülkenberg, Lujan, Hayar, and Berman have no points still. And in the constructors, as you can see, we gain more advantage with Aston. We are in a very good position. We are doing a very good season, a very similar season to what is doing Williams in real life. We have big margin with the rest of the midfield teams in 5th place. 39 points with Aston. That is quite interesting. 40 points margin with the Haas. And Alpine, Bisha, Kashab, and Sauber are really far behind. And then Red Bull leading, not by much with McLaren, and Ferrari leading over Mercedes, not by much. In the results, as you can see, there's something interesting. After Verstappen won 4 races in a row, now in the last 3 races, he was not able to win, but he finished. And in Monaco, for the first time, he did not finish on the podium. So let's see if in that way Piastri and Norris can take advantage of that to make a bit more exciting the championship fight, you know. Russell is doing an incredible season, very consistent, taking in account the car he has. It's actually his 2nd podium of the season. And then there is Tsunoda, that with the race win is doing a very good season as well. So in the last 4 races, we have 4 different winners: Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, and Tsunoda. So that's great for the championship. Then it's me, that after 2 very bad races in Miami and Imola for different circumstances, I come back to the points after my podium in Saudi Arabia. And actually, in the first 8 races, I was able to finish on points in 5. So it's great. My very best start of the season ever. I think I have more points than the entire 24 season, actually. And I think I never had so much points in my life. I think in a career mode, it's sad to say, but it's true. I never get more than 50 something points. I think it's the first time we are close to reach 60 points in a season. And then it's Hamilton. At some point, he will pass me, as I said. And well, my teammate, after 2 great races in Miami and Imola, where he was ahead of me, in Monaco, you had not a very good weekend. Let's see if finally here we can both get points. It's not the best track for us, I have to say, for our car. But I'm sure in the next one in Canada, we have the car to do it. So let's see. Well, the trophies, well, we have 1. And the driver stats. That's after my pole in Monaco, the average grid still increasing, 6. And my average finish as well is in 9. Very good results. More than 5,000 kilometers driven. That's crazy. And 762 laps complete. Now we are ready, guys, to go to the weekend panel. Let me check the tires and let's go. Let's see if finally we have the first weekend in wet conditions or not. Because until this moment, after the first 8 races and qualifyings, all in dry conditions except the Q2 of Australia, that we have a little shower, but the rest was absolutely dry. So let's see if we have in Spain, it will be difficult to have a wet race, but I remember in some games I had wet races. So let's see. Let's go for it. Go to race weekend. And remember that in 22 minutes I will be racing on Twitch. Practice one session. I can't wait, to be honest. This track is really fun now. So make sure you follow me, guys, on Twitch. Also on Kick. The name of my Kick channel is the same than in YouTube. Exactly the same. Floss-F1G, my gaming channel. And here we are. So we are in Spain, in my country, Barcelona. Let's see the panel. And the first thing let's see is the messages. The tires we have available. We have a new upgrade, the Venturi tunnels. Very good upgrade for this kind of tracks where the aerodynamic is very important, so nice. And forecast, sun, sunny again. Qualifying and race. Qualifying starts very cloudy, not sure if we have showers or not. And my engineer is telling me, hi team, here's the weekend forecast, dry conditions throughout. This means stable track conditions, so let's focus on optimizing our setup and strategy. Especially in race. Absolutely clear track, so the tire allocation we choose will be very important. These new sets of mediums, so that's nice. So now let's see the performance development, or how much the rest of the team have developed their cars, and if we still be in the 5th fastest team or not. And the response is yes, we still be in the 5th fastest, but we are almost on the same level than Aston Martin and Alpine, as you can see in the bars. We are almost at the same level. And in the progress history, as you can see, we improve a bit. Aston is still in the same place. Then I think the problem is there are 3 blue bars. I think Bisha, Kashab and Alpine, they also improve a bit, even more than us. So that means between Williams, us, Aston, Alpine and Bisha, Kashab, we are really almost in the same place. So that's very tight. And Haas and Sauber, they really improve as well, but they're still far away. And at the top, Mercedes have good upgrades here, so they catch almost Ferrari. And Red Bull and McLaren are still in the same level. They have no pieces, new upgrades here, but McLaren is still leading. So we predict a very tight battle as well at the top. And as you can see, as you know, we have these components available for almost Albon did a new update. He also is trying to develop the durability in the ice, but this is something will not be ready for at the end of June. So the question is that we are now still being the 5th fastest, but the competition, as I said, between me, Williams, Aston, Alpine and Bisha will be very nice, very fierce and very exciting this weekend for this final points position. So don't miss this weekend, guys. Will be a very hard fight with Aston, Alonso and Stroll, with Gasly, Duhan, Hayar, Lawson and my teammate Albon fighting for this final points position. So that's will be very exciting, guys. I can't wait to be driving here, as I said. More. Apart from that, next session this weekend we have 3 programs. That is race strategy, qualifying pace, that long time ago since I do not complete this program, and ERS management. So probably in this first practice session, the first program I will try to complete is the ERS management, and probably in practice 2 I will complete the race strategy program, and in the practice 3 the qualifying pace. So 1 program per session. That's nice, and that's great. So in 18 minutes it's the time to start the weekend here in the Spanish Grand Prix. So as I said, make sure if you are watching this on YouTube, especially on YouTube, you go to Twitch and you follow me, guys, because there is where you can watch the practice 1 and 2 that I will complete this today. If you are on Kick, also you can watch the practice sessions on Kick actually, but remember that the race day only will be possible to watch the race on Twitch. So on Twitch basically is the main way where you have to go, the main place, you know. And as I said, very exciting weekend. Obviously this weekend I'm not expecting to be on pole as happened in Monaco. We talked about before. We talked about the problem the AI have in Sector 2 in Monaco Grand Prix. This is something they have to adjust, the developers of the game, for the next games. The AI was massively slow in Sector 2, even in my difficulty that I was playing in Ultimate in 105. And this is something that not only happened to me, happened to all content creators that get pole in their career modes. But as I said, in Monaco I took my chances. I deserved to be in pole because I was the fastest, and obviously I could maximize that in race, but finishing 6th was nice as well. This weekend, as I said, I do not expect to be on pole. I assume now the AI cars will be super competitive here, and remember we are now playing in 105. That for me is tough. After the first 5 races playing in 100, you know, in Miami and Imola, you know, the difficulty was, you know, I noticed the difficulty. I realized of it. I can feel it, and obviously I expect this weekend a normal weekend in that regard. I you know, hope to be fighting to be in Q3, but it will be hard, you know. So it will be a very competitive weekend, and I will need to do everything perfect, I think, to be in Q3 and to fight for points. So that's why it's so important, this practice 1 and 2 that we will complete today, because I need to make sure I have a proper setup that I have to copy, by the way, still. But as I said, very tough weekend ahead. Probably I will have to maximize every single detail in my setup to be competitive, to try to extract the last 10th, the last 1,000 of the second possible, because the time differences will be really short, will be really tight, will be marginal, and in that regard, every kind of 10th I can find on track will be super useful for me. So that's why it's so exciting weekend, and I recommend you to don't miss it at all. So to follow my practice sessions today on Twitch, practice 1 and 2, will be crucial to understand how I will the speed, you know, in these first practice sessions, and it will give me the confidence enough to go to qualifying and to be ready. As I said, qualifying will be very tight, very difficult to fight for that Q3, and to be in a position to fight for it, first I really need to complete a very good practice 1, 2, 3, you know, and this is exactly what I want to make today. So still 5 minutes remaining. We have time enough, but remember that, as I said, go to Twitch, guys, to follow the practice 1 and 2. That will be really exciting as well. Let's take these final minutes, let's take the occasion to say in general to everyone, thank you so much for following my career mode. Today I'm seeing in the chat that there are new people that is following this adventure, so thank you so much for staying there, guys. And let me show you something. This is especially for people who follow me on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I'm super grateful, guys, super grateful, because as I always say, this career mode 24 was nice, but in this game, in this career mode, I'm feeling much more feedback from all of you, much more connections, because I'm very active in the post community on YouTube, and everything I post there, I've received likes. I have likes in all replays of the videos of my sessions I upload to YouTube, the replays of my streamings. I receive comments, and I see in the metrics that you really watch my session replays on YouTube fully, you know, you watch my sessions fully, even being replays, and so that means you are really enjoying my gameplays, and this is something makes me super happy, because you are there supporting, you know, you are interested in my way, my style of playing, you know that my gameplays in the F1 are super different to every kind of gameplay you can see anywhere else. I took a lot of time. I complete the full weekends with all practice sessions and the qualifying in full condition. I spend all time on track possible. My style of playing is really slow, super slow, wielding the weekend, practice by practice. It's for people that have to be patient, and I'm founding this community here on this YouTube channel in Floss F1G, and also obviously in the streamings when I'm on live on Twitch. You are there for most of the streaming. You keep watching. The metrics on Twitch as well are being better than ever as well in comparison to F124. In comparison on in time watch time, in comments, in feedback from all of you. So this is something is super grateful, super nice to see. I'm super grateful for that, and it's super nice to see that you are enjoying and sharing with me this adventure in F125. That at the end of the day, as always said, it's a game, but to share it with people and to see that people is enjoying with me, it's the best feeling possible. So because I can do that without streaming, you know, I'm not trying to be a streamer because I'm not a streamer, you know, my work is different. I have another channels where it's my work there as a video editor, but this channel is like a hobby for me, you know. Just I connect the cam, the lights, and the game, and I share it with all of you here on social media. You know, I have not the obligation to say in some way to do it because as I said, this is a hobby, you know. It's not my way of living, you know. So at the end, to see that this kind of hobby that I can't do by myself without streaming is being enjoyed by a lot of people, it feels really good. So as I said, thank you so much, guys, for your support, for stay there, comments, likes, feedback, and as I always said, your like is super important. So if you can give me your thumbs up in every kind of streaming, in video, in VODs, and also on Twitch, if you are there on live with me, stay watching. You can comment, we can discuss about it. So yeah, it's very nice. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the community we are building. Very small, but very nice. After saying that, 10 minutes remaining before practice. It's time to say goodbye to people on YouTube. So from now, please, guys, please go to Twitch, DannyFloss1. This is my username. Go to Twitch right now. There, I will be racing now today. Practice 1 and 2, practice 3 and qualifying tomorrow, and in Sunday the race. So, as I said, move on to Twitch now. If you are on Kick, stay there because you can watch also the practice there. And people that is on YouTube, thank you so much for your support, guys. See you on YouTube in the race preview on Sunday, and now still stay with me on Twitch. See you on Twitch to complete the practice 1 and 2.